from whatever conversations I've had with people when they come up to me and tell me that, how is my dad so chill and stuff, I get the feeling that Indian dads have a reputation for being really strict. But honestly, my dad has been my best friend for as long as I can remember. As a kid, I don't think I ever really realized just how much work my dad was putting in. Now that I'm a grown up, I kind of see things in a different perspective and I see how difficult that actually is, because when I'm done with work and when I'm home, all I want to do is to just shut myself off from everyone, watch my favorite movie, and just pass out. On the other hand, my dad would come home from work every day, take an interest in whatever I was curious about that day, and also opened up new worlds for me to explore. For example, I recall my dad sharing his love for cricket with me at a very early age. In fact, now that I think about it, he made me do an absurd number of hours just practicing the old ball in the sock and the rope thing. In hindsight, this kind of makes me think that my dad found a quick hack to keep me busy while also parenting me somehow. So, props to you, Dad. But jokes apart, he did really take a keen interest in everything I was obsessed with. Looking back, I think my mom was the one who had to take on the role of a disciplinarian in the house. In fact, when people would tell me about how scared they were of their dads, my mind would immediately go back to my mom. I was so fearful of her that I think by the time I reached my teens, I'd built up a little bit of angst and resentment towards her for sure. It's only after I grew up and started living for myself and realized what the real world is like that I really began to understand how important her discipline and her parenting style was too. I really don't see how raising a kid could be an easy and straightforward job at any point in time. There's got to be challenges. Sometimes ridiculous ones. Once for Children's Day, I told my dad, I was like, I want to take momos for everyone in class. That's a lot of momos. So, like, how do you manage expectations? But on a serious note, I do think like my parents struggled with certain aspects of how they raised me after I was a grown up. Definitely, my mom went through a really tough time when I was resentful of her as a teenager. And I know that my dad was quite bummed out when he realized like his son's grown up in his 20s now. And as a dad, he didn't really have that many things to share with his son, no new things for me to discover. So after I grew up, I decided that it was up to me to try and bridge that gap between my parents. And the way I did it was introduce them to what I do. I'm a content creator, I make funny videos, I make music, and they just took to it in a way that I never imagined they would. Turns out my parents are a lot more comfortable in front of camera than I have ever been, and also a lot more comfortable with being famous on the internet than I will ever be. And I'm totally fine with that. From the conversations I've had with my parents as a grown up, I think I sense a certain level of guilt from both of them, primarily because they wish they could have done a better job in raising me, information that they wish they had while I was growing up. But mom, dad, if you're watching this, I just want you to know that we just went through a global pandemic, and only you and I know like what a hole I was in. Just felt like there was no support for me. You guys were always there, day and night, just like you were there for me when I was a kid. So I don't think you need to feel any guilt. You're still showing up for me. And coming back to the question I started this with, is how I have such a chill relationship with my parents. The truth is, it's not always been that way, and even today we have huge fights. We yell at each other, we scream, we cry, we regret our actions, and we make up for it afterwards. But I think something that both my parents and I understand now is that the key is constant communication. Life is messy, getting to know someone is complex, and it doesn't really matter if it's your parent or your sibling or your lover or your friend. Communication is irreplaceable. And yeah, it can be weird at times. Like, what do you say to a kid who wants to take 60 momos to school on Children's Day? Well, my dad figured it out eventually, and you will too. Just don't be afraid to talk to people about how you feel. Tell them how you feel. And I just love where I am with my parents today, but it took a lot of hard work to get here from both ends. But I wouldn't trade it for the world because that makes me appreciate where we are today a whole lot more. As you can see, I got a little bit emotional talking about my parents there. But the truth is that sometimes people don't even have the opportunity to express their emotions. My friend Yaya talks about this specifically, and you can watch that video right here.